All right. So any question from yesterday's class, please, before I start? Think we are all good to go.
Sir, that hosting Abby is when you want to host
Your network is not stable. So let me leave the question asked to avoid.
what you did in the first class.
Don't worry, just reserve your question because your network is not stable. I hardly hear you. So let me just continue. Okay, so what we did yesterday was to complete the hosting process and also learn how to install our WordPress. So I believe even those that were not here, if they have gone through the video, they should be able to navigate around everything we did yesterday. So without wasting much of our time, we'll quickly dive into the assignment for today. Now, the assignment for today is very simple. In summary, that template that we installed yesterday, you remember that after installing the theme and the templates, we were given already built house for those of us that I was able to allocate an account to. Now, like I said in our first class, that when building websites with WordPress, what you are actually doing, you are not a programmer. You are actually, let's say you are a designer. You are more or less of a user interface designer that uses templates, which means already built formats. So what you are doing is just converting that template to the type of website you want. The whole of that template we downloaded yesterday can be changed. Everything you have there can be changed. For those of us that install portfolio, if I don't want it to be a portfolio website, I can convert it to even the business template. So you can actually change it to different websites, despite that the template you downloaded was customized for that niche. Now, we are starting with WordPress dashboard login. WordPress dashboard login. For those of you that I gave an account or account yesterday, how do I log in to the WordPress? Now, I will start by showing us how to log in. You have your password with you, and then you have your URL with you. So let me see if I can just get someone's own. Now, what you do is you open a new tab. So once you open a new tab, you write the full URL, www.digitechzil.com.ng/wp/wp admin. So let me copy this as if I want to log in for the very first time to a new address location bar. So if I load something like this, it's going to prompt me the WordPress dashboard. Now, this actually took me straight to the WordPress dashboard. Now, if I remove this, let me remove this section. let's say this is how you have it. If I run it, this is how it's going to load. So for those of you that I gave account yesterday, that was the reason why I was asking you to save your username and your password. So once it brings out this, it is already programmed on admin. So all you need to do is to input your password and click on login. So once you log in, that will not take you to the dashboard. So what I did now, you don't have to go through login to the dashboard, the client dashboard that we created yesterday, the one we created for us to be able to host the website that gave us access to the WordPress. So you don't need to go through that. So that is the root admin. So you can actually log in directly to your WordPress admin. So where we are right now is WordPress admin of your website. So right now we are under my blog. Remember yesterday, I told us that because of time, we could not actually supply some important information about our installation for some of us. So we are going to look at that. Right now, the current name of this person's website is my blog, but we are going to change the description and also change the tagline. So that is what I have on this slide when I say WordPress dashboard login. So that's the first thing you know how to do, how to log in to your WordPress dashboard. Now, if that is clear, then we now move to the next slide. Now, this is where I define what the dashboard is all about. Somebody is raising up hand. So let me give just 1 minute to attend to the person. Go ahead, Queen.
Okay, sir. That the previous what you just did now, we have a login password and everything. We're not doing it now. We are going to learn before doing it, right?
Yes, we are not doing it now. I'll give us time. After, just pay attention, be noting down the steps. What you should be doing now is to watch what I am doing and also be noting down important steps. And
Okay, sir.
then I will go for a commercial break where I will ask one of you that have account to log into the dashboard and do exactly what I'm about to do now. So just
Okay, sir. Thank
following. All right. Now, this is the definition of WordPress dashboard. It's a control panel for managing your WordPress website. So that is the main function of the dashboard. So after your installation, that is why we were prompted into our dashboard so that we can control the WordPress. So that is your WordPress backend. There are a lot of companies that could just employ you just to manage that backend, like real estate website. They can just engage you just to be managing the backend. There are a whole lot of things we can actually navigate around from that dashboard. So as we continue with the class, you get to know their respective functions. Now, I also went further to say it is the first screen you see after logging into your WordPress. It is the first screen you see after logging into your WordPress admin area. Now, what we are actually describing is this. So this is the dashboard we are defining. You notice that as soon as I log in, this is the first screen that I am able to access. So these are the control panel. These are the navigation links that helps you to walk around the whole of this dashboard. So if I go back to my slide just to conclude my definition, I said from here, that is the dashboard, you can access and manage all aspects. All right, sorry about that. So I said from here, you can access and manage all aspects of your websites, including the contents, design, setting, and plugins. Now, I think the word content is self-explanatory. The word design is talking about the interface, while the word setting is talking about some important programs that determine the behavior of this element within your website. And then the word plugin in this case means pieces of softwares that you use as a WordPress developer to expand your website functionality. So that is one of the huge advantage of using WordPress. And that is the reason why statistics have shown that 95% website out there today, they were built on this platform or built with WordPress, because you can easily expand the website functions. Unlike the coding method, whereby whenever you want to expand your website function, you have to start writing a lot of function manually. But when you are using WordPress, you don't need all that. There are software that have been pre-developed for you. All you need is for you to know them and know their functions. So whenever you need your website to have that particular function, you just plug it in. That is why they are called plug-in. We use them to increase the function of our website. Now, let's talk about the key components of the WordPress dashboard. Most of these things that I listed here, if you look carefully, you will see them here. You will see them here. You see them here, all this. So these are the components I want to really glance through for some minutes before we return back to that dashboard. So under the key component, we have the dashboard home, which provide an overview of your website with widgets, like at a glance. Now, shows the number of posts, pages, and comments. We have the quick drafts. So what we are talking about here is this. So this is the dashboard we are talking about. So from the dashboard, you can see all this. You can see home, that is the landing page of the back end, the dashboard. Then here, this is where you can always be notified of some updates that may come up after your development. So as soon as you log into your WordPress backend, when your client complain that maybe one particular feature have stopped functioning. So once you get here and you see something like this attached to this update, then that is where you will know
what require attention. But right now, there is no update available. Remember yesterday when we were installing the WordPress, these options were given to us, whether we want the WordPress to be updating automatically. So if you tick that option, then get ready to be notified of different updates that might come up later. Then your posts, if you are working with blog websites, like that is where you advertise articles, where you write articles just to create a forum for interaction between you and your user. So when we get to that aspect, you know the main function of this. Your media, this is where all the pictures, all the video, all the audio that you publish across your pages reside. Then your pages, this is where you manage all the pages, like all those home page, contact page, gallery page, and the rest of them, or even product page. Then we have the comments. So this is where you can actually access the comment made by people through your website. Then we have the WooCommerce. So the WooCommerce is actually it's just like your online shop. So it is a plugin that allows you to sell products on the internet. So this is what it controls. Control the order. It can give you the analysis of the order. So when we get to that, you know. So this is where you can register all your products. So I guess this is a business website, because yesterday when we were installing it, for those that pick business website, we activated our product. We specified that we are going to sell products. That is the reason why you are seeing this. Your own dashboard based on the type of template you install. You may not see some of these features. So this feature you are seeing on WordPress dashboard is determined by the type of theme and templates you actually install. So let me go back to my slide for a moment so you can see most of these things that I just mentioned. And then they are self-explanatory here. Posts, for managing blog posts, you can add, edit, categorize, and tag posts. Media, all uploaded image like I've just explained over there. Your video and your file. Comment allow you to moderate and respond to comment on your posts. So when people post, you can use that link to respond to them. Appearance, where you can control how your website looks. You can customize theme. You can edit widgets and menu. These widgets, they are like your HTML tags, which helps you to create your content. Now we can also access additional theme setting. Like I told us yesterday, if I'm not okay with the initial install theme, I can manipulate it. I can update it right from the WordPress dashboard. Then plugin, manage plugin to add or external functionality on your website, like I've explained before. Users, because after this whole explanation, I will be talking about users. Users, for managing users' role and permission. Administrator, edit, author. Tools include import, export to, and other advanced utility setting. Adjust your website setting like general setting, info, permanent link, and more. So that is what you actually access, or what you can manage within your WordPress dashboard. Okay, so let me go back to my slide. So the next thing we want to talk about is the user, web users. Who is a WP user? It's you. So how do you set it? So let's go and check the content. Let's know what web user is. Now, and how do I set my user? My user information, like your description. You know, yesterday I told us that you can change the name of your company. You can change your service description and other information. So how do we change them? For example, you see that the current dashboard we are in is telling us that the name of this website is my blog. But yesterday we deliberately allowed it because we know that from user, we'll be able to change all this. So just to highlight the step before I switch back to the dashboard to implement this, for you to modify your user information or profile, you go to your WordPress dashboard, which was that environment we just left now. Then you are going to see a tab called user. You select it, and then it will bring out a drop-down. From the drop-down, you select profile. So once you click on that profile, it will prompt you a kind of a dialog box where you can set up new password and other necessary information. Like the password I gave to us yesterday. If you feel that some of us have already know the password, from this user tab, you can actually update the password. Now, let's quickly go to our dashboard and see how we can implement all these steps. So I switch back to my dashboard. So from here, from the steps I've highlighted, I say once we get here, you scroll down, you are going to see a user. So from users, you go to what? Profile. So from profile, that will prompt you a box. Now, next time, this is what you do so that you don't lose the current dashboard environment you are. So if I may just go back and click on the dashboard, just to go back to the main page. So next time you want to open one of these tabs so that you can have access, so that you can stay on this particular environment you are. This is what you should do. So instead of clicking on this option with your left click, just right click on it and select open link in a new tab so that I can always come back to this when I want to follow another directory. So for now, let me stay on the user page. So on the user page, you can see a lot of features that you can actually modify. A lot of features. So these features ranges from, you have your visual editor, you have your syntax highlighting, you have your color mode. So this is the color we are using now. If I click here, you see that the background color have changed. I can click here, the background color have also changed. So depending on how you want to view your dashboard. So let's go back to to default, because the black background makes it easier for me to easily navigate around my dashboard control panel. Now I scroll up, keyboard shortcut, enabled keyboard shortcut for comment moderation. If this is important, if you want to know what it is, you right click on it, select it to open in a new tab and read about it. So some of these things, they are self-explanatory, and most of them are not needed for a particular time. So depending on what you want and how you want it. So you can take your time to visit this page and then read through what you are expected to benefit from that. So I go back to my page. So most of these, the default settings are the best, but let's see proceed. Your language, site default, which is English. So if you click here, it's going to choose another language. If you choose this now, you are on your own. If you don't know how to bring it back, all this might just change to that language. Now, your name, you can see your username is admin. So username cannot be changed. So it's fixed. Now, your first name, you can type it. You can update all this if you want, or you can as well leave them blank. You can actually come back here anytime to update all this information in case you could not have access to this at the moment. Your nickname if you want, then your email. Now, you need to be careful, the email you have here, make sure that you take note of it, because any form we are going to create in our contact page, when the user fills it and click on submit, the content will be accessed through this email. So if I want my form content to be submitted to my Gmail, then I have to remove this and write that particular word email. But this should be the owner of the website email, not your own email. So that all the transaction, once a transaction is completed, for those of you that are having a business website, once a transaction is completed, then there will be a kind of notification that will be sent to your email. So whatever email you provide here is the email you will definitely use to access all your information regarding your website.
Sir, please, I have a question, sir. Hello, sir.
All right. Now, this is
Hello,
your
sir. I have
website.
a question.
In case you forget, somebody says something.
I have a question, sir.
What is your question?
Okay, you said this email, I think the admin at this email, like email required. They said maybe someone fill a form now, like they will get back to the person here. And my question is that what if we create this email now with the company name, with the site name, like one of the email that be the company, must it be another email or the same or the email, the company email? I don't know if you get my question.
I think what I've explained is enough to answer that question. I said whatever email that you are providing here,
Yes.
it must be the company email, not your own email as a developer. Okay, so it's not your email, it's the admin email that should be here. So if they don't have another alternative email, then they can fall back. This is the website root email that has been created for you by default. So if the company have another one, because when we get to the webmail management aspect, we are going to create info@DigitalC, because you are not supposed to give out this to your customers. This one is the email that is a resident email. Okay, the one you are going to give to your customers will be info@, so which we are going to learn later.
So, okay. I understand.
All right. So this is your website URL. In case you forget your website URL, this is it. So from your user, you can get it. Then about yourself, your biographical information. You are expected to say something about yourself, because this will have a way of giving the user of this website some confidence that you have nothing to hide. Because sometimes when people are searching for products online and Google suggests your website URL as a place where they can get those information they are searching. So when they get to your website, most of these things that you are providing here will be programmed later to be visible to them. So it is optional. That is why they are left empty by default. If you have them, you supply them. Now, if you are building for a client, you need to get all this information and supply them. Then your profile picture, if you have a profile picture, you also upload it. You upload it so you can, get, let's say, so I will have opened it in a new tab so that I don't lose that particular interface. So you can change your profile picture on what? Gravatar. So they actually prompted us a software which they have programmed to enable you to change. So if you take your time to go through it, you will be able to change your profile. Like I said, it is compulsory. And if you don't have this information at the moment, no cause for alarm. You can always come back to this. Whenever they are ready with this content, you can always revisit it and update. Once you are done with your updates, you save. Then your new password, like the password I use in accessing this dashboard. Supposing I want to change it. So I'll click on new password. And then I can, if I have multiple users that have given access to, let's say in a company they can create multiple users that can have access to this dashboard to be posting or editing their content simultaneously. So if that is the case, then you can what? Log them out. But in this case, I think you are the only user. Application password. So once you click here, it will prompt you what? A text box for you to generate your new password. So if this are actually generated automatically, but if you feel that you will not be able to remember this password, you can erase it and type your own. And then when you are through, you hide it. So I'm not interested in creating another password. So I will just cancel so that it does not implement that password that came out. Now, if you assign a new password, then you will give that password a name in order to what? To identify it. But since I did not, so there is no need here. So I'll add what? A new password application. All this will be needed if I change the password. Now, customer billing address. All these are very important. You have to fill them because you have a product page. And at the end of the day, we are going to activate a shopping cart, just like yesterday when we purchased the domain. You saw how they prompted us to a payment gateway, and then we selected pay start. Then we transfer the money before our payment was acknowledged. It's part of what you are going to learn because it's very easy to implement in WordPress, to implement payment gateway. So where you are going to implement that, because the receipt that will be generated once a transaction is completed, we carry some of this information. That is why you have to supply them. In fact, if you are building this website for a client, make sure that you submit all this data. They have a way of boosting the viewers or the users' confidence and also providing detail to your invoice or the receipt that will be generated later on. So like I said, no copy for that, no alarm for that. If you don't have them, supposing you have filled the whole of this and your address, your customer shipping address happen to be the same. So once you click here, it will just copy everything that you have filled here and use it to fill what? This. Because the first session is for the customer address bill. So let's say the person have multiple address, then you can use that first form and also use the second form. So once you are through with this, then you click on updates. So if you make any changes, that is when you update. So that is all about users. That is all about users. So let me go back to my main slide. So the next thing we want to look at is what we call WP website title, logo, and tagline. So just to explain, what do we mean by tagline? What do we mean by logo? And what do we mean by title when you are building websites on WordPress? So let's go to the slide. Now, I have explained those three key elements. Now, I am taking us the order at which you are expected to start customizing your website, which means that after you have installed your WordPress theme and template, the next thing is for you to understand the dashboard. Then once you have an understanding of the dashboard, the next thing is for you to check your user details. After checking your user detail, the next thing is for you to talk about the title, the logo, and the tagline. Now, there is what we call Google SEO. So every website you are building should be Google what? SEO oriented. It should be a website that can drive traffic for the client. because the essence of the entire website you are developing for the client is for them to advertise their product to end up generating leads that we convert to purchasing of items that will give them what? Money. So every developer must be conscious of the user interface and the SEO compatibility. So whatever you are doing, make sure that it enhances SEO, which means what? Google search engine optimization. Google search engine optimization. Some of us, you are going to build a career from this program you are learning, if you are smart. So at the end of this training, I expect you to start marketing yourself, that you build landing pages and you build websites that are Google searching engine oriented. That is the kind of websites everyone is looking for out there. A website that when somebody is on Google searching for a place to buy a product, Google will be able to rank your website. For example, now, if I go to a browser now and I type computer training center within Asaba, Google is going to prompt one of them. Google is going to rank one of the institution as number one. Now, you will ask yourself, what's earned that person that's number one ranking? That person, probably, maybe the person's website is Google SEO oriented. The person that developed it, make sure that he uses some keyword that people normally use when they are searching for that particular product. In other words, once somebody types on Google computer training, within the person's website, there are places where he must have used computer training. So what Google will do is to quickly search through all the websites and itemize websites that have that keyword the user is searching with. Now, why did I have to explain that? The reason why I have to explain that is because we are talking about title, we are talking about logo. Logo is what makes you consistent across all platforms. Logo is what makes your brand stand out from other brand. Now, let's quickly look at it. I said in WordPress, the title, the logo, and the tagline are elements that represent your website branding and identity. That is the reason why the first thing I want to do after I have assessed my user information, I want to know how I will be identified out there. I want to make sure that I set my website identity in a way that a Google search engine can easily assess it or rank it. So I went further to say, they help visitors understand what your website is all about at a glance. So just somebody seeing, for example, let me use this particular platform website. I just hope that the browser is opening now. Now, I want you to look at how the tagline is playing a major role. As soon as you get to this website, look at the tagline, master IT skill, and advance your career today. So this is a capture. This is a capture that we pin the person to this website. So if the person intention is just to spend 3 minutes, once the person see this master IT skill, the person will hold on. And then you went further to say, John expert-led online tech training, all from your home. Now, what this means, I actually use what we call what? Prompting engineering. That is the technology we are going to be using. I consulted one of the AI tools based on how I describe my business to give me this very strong tagline. So this is the tagline we are talking about. Now, I describe the nature of our services here. What we do is that we actually came up with this concept, like I told us yesterday, that this platform is put together by experts. Now, we came up with this after we have done our market research. We did our market research and we discovered that there is a huge digital gap between the people living in the rural area and the people living in the urban area. The people living in the urban area tend to have upper hand because they access physical facility where they can actually acquire computer skill. And as the need for computer skill continue to grow, those people will be what? Outdated. They will be totally cut off from development. So what we did is that, okay, how can we reach out to people irrespective of their location? So we came up with this online training. And if you check it here, you can read our vision from this session, all from your home. So this tells you that what? You can actually learn from us right from your home, just like you are learning right now. So, but I did not just came up with this. I use what we call prompting engineering, like I said, which we are going to learn in a moment. So what I am explaining here is the tagline. So you can see how the tagline, so if I go back to my slide now to explain it, because I want us to have a very strong background of these three things I am focusing on right now. Now, here, title. The site title is the name of your website. So if I go back to the website now, this Digitech Zeal is the title. Is the title. So the title must be very attractive. So if I go back to the slide again, there, just to explain what it means, it typically appears in the browser tab. So let me show us how we have explained it. Look at the browser tab here. You can see that it's appearing here. It's not just appearing here, it's appearing on the browser what tab. The header of your website, depending on the theme, you can also see that what is the header. So that is what the title is all about. Now let's look at logo. The logo is a graphical representation of your brand. So if your client, whoever you are building your website for, does not have a logo, please tell the person the essence of logo, because such an image or symbol is displayed prominently in the website header or navigation bar, depending on your theme. So you are going to notice, or you are going to see that when you start editing those themes that you install, what Mr. A is editing will be different from what Mr. B is editing. Most of these features, they are not the same, but there are some basic things that are the same. So what I am simply saying is that yesterday, we actually installed different already made houses. So the house I installed for you is different from the already made house I installed for another person. So when that person is editing his or her own house, then don't expect the person to have the same experience with you. Why? Because the two houses are not structured the same. So the only challenge we face when we are working with WordPress is that you're going to face the challenge of knowing where elements are kept. Because I told us that WordPress is just like a completed building. You are purchasing or purchase. Then when you purchase a completed building, then it is normal that when you enter inside the building, you start finding where is toilet, where is bathroom. It does not mean that you don't know how to edit, because you do not know how the house was built. It is normal. But no matter how you are looking for it, you should be able to what? To find out where things are kept within that what? Template you purchase. So just to explain further, a logo creates a visual identity for your website and help build brand recognition. So that is the power of what? Logo. Now let's talk about the tagline. The tagline is a short descriptive phrase. Make sure that your tagline is not too long. The tagline is a short descriptive phrase or slogan that complements the site title. It summarizes your site's purpose. So your tagline should be able to tell us what you are into. What you are into. Your mission. See your tagline, we should know your mission and often appear below the what? The title or logo. So most time, like this website, you will see that what? This is the tagline. Digitex. So we are about what? Connecting people when it comes to what? IT. So you can see that in the tagline. So that is what we are trying to establish here. Okay. So now let me go back to my dashboard and then look at the next slide. So on the next slide, I want to talk about how to generate attractive tagline with ChatGPT prompts. So today we are no longer depending on human brain. That is the era we are now. So if you are not good at what we call content creating or content creation, you can actually leverage on some of these AI features. But you must first of all be a professional. Because if you are not a professional, you may not be effectively describe your problem or your challenge. Because it's just like the way you use Google. If you don't have an idea of what you want Google to search for you, you will not be able to use a keyword that will help Google to give you the exact results. So for the fact that we are leveraging on this AI feature, you must be, first of all, a professional that knows in and out of it. So you will now be able to what? To customize the application to give you what you want. Now, I want you to watch what I'm going to do now. So how to generate attractive tagline with what? ChatGPT prompts. So this is what we are actually describing as prompt engineering. So you must know what we call what? Generative AI. Generative AI. And that is where the word is now. This AI that can help you to generate content. You see a lot of people calling themselves content creator, even when they want to make posts on Facebook. And when you look at their posts, you will see how catchy it is. So you will not be wondering, did they have two heads? The simple difference is that they are leveraging on this word prompt engineering platform to give them exactly what the audience would like to what to see or to read for them to be persuaded to buy a product. So let me quickly take us to how I have composed what ChatGPT is going to do for me. Now, I want to look at this. Act as a digital marketer so you can change your own, because every web developer is expected to be a marketer. Now, the reason why I did not put act as a web developer, of which if you put that, you are going to get results. But I just want to learn this generative AI to know that I'm a marketer. So I'm interested in, converting the audience. I have a targeted audience so that it will construct words that will be able to what? To motivate them, that will be able to catch their attention. So if I say a developer, it might just think that I'm not interested in what? Getting the attention or converting what? The audience. So give me 10 taglines to use on my website. Call, so you now substitute your website address here. Selling or offering, put the product here. And then for what? A niche. So for example, let's assume at this website, we are into selling of what product will I put here now? Let's say with this, with selling of laptops. And I want a kind of a tagline that will get the attention of what? The visitor. So what I'm going to do is to take the whole of this. But in your own case, you are going to manually type it. Then you open a browser and then make sure that you have registered with what? ChatGPT. So just come here and click on it. So it's like the browser is going now, okay? So click on it. Then if you have not registered, the moment you are trying to use it to ask you to what? To create an account. So, but because I have registered, you can see these are history of the research I have made so far. So as you start making use of it, it will be piling up all your history. So if, for example, I want to go and check what I researched on yesterday on this particular heading, I could just click here. But I just want a fresh one. So I will just paste what I copied here. Now, I will have to substitute some information. So here, I will change here to the website URL, digitechz.com.ng. Then the product. So you have to remove the square bracket once you have supplied what should be there. Then your products, we are selling laptop, selling laptop. And what is our niche? Our niche, let's say, students. They are the one we are targeting. So once I click here now, you will see ChatGPT generating what? The tagline. Remember we said it should give out 10. So it will stop at 10. Now you can use this heading, empowering students, one laptop at a time. Smart laptop for smarter students. Tech that fits your study life. So if I want it now, I will just copy the whole of this and then paste it. But for now, I'm leaving this because I have not started showing us the step. So once I've gotten to where I can impute my tagline, then I'll come back here and copy the one that I feel that is more catching, the one that is more attractive to what? To the user. When somebody gets to my website, remember that the niche is the student, because you must have done your market research and find out that what majority of the students use this laptop to make their studies easy. So you are not targeting the student as your targeted audience. So you are looking for the right word that they would like to hear when they get to your website. And that is why we consulted the generative AI. Now let's go back to our website. I'm coming back to that. So let me go back to my slide. Go back to my slide. So remember, we are here. Now let's quickly look at so now that we have learned how to generate your tag, let's look at logo design. Logo design. So if you want to design logo, all you need to do is to go to this website. So from here, you can easily make logo sharp. But before that, I want us to, okay, so let's design our logo first. We are coming, once we have our logo ready, then now we have gotten our tagline ready. Now let's also get our logo ready before we implement them in that website. So let me simply copy this and go to the browser. Let me open another tab. Let me close this. Let me see what I'm doing here. So let me open a new tab and paste. So I'm going to this. So you can actually design logo. You don't need to be a graphics designer before you can actually, there are resources where you can design logo within few seconds, Spotify. So let's see how we can use this. I hope I got the website right. So if it's asking you to log in, then you click on sign up. So let's just say sign up. So they just need your email for email marketing so that they can be sending you messages. So let me just click here just for me, or I can simply say, well, sign in with my Google so that I can access the interface. So let me choose one of these to log in. Let me check your message. Okay. So continue. Don't worry. Once we get to the practical aspect, you understand it. It's very simple. So you need all these explanations so that you know why we are adding them. So let me just fill this. Thought I say you should use Google now. Why are you asking me for all this? So the logo, we use your gender to help personalize your content, recommendation, and ad for you. So you can choose anyone. Somebody have question. You are too young. Can you imagine? Okay, let me select 1985. Okay. So I would prefer not to receive marketing messages from Spotify or share my, okay. So let's just click on this. So all this process just for you to get, just 2 steps for you to be able to use that website to generate simple logo. Okay, somebody wanted to ask question. Please ask your question before we start using the logo. Somebody was raising up hand before. So I was expecting this to give us free, let me see. I don't want to buy. I'm looking for free logo. So let's just say what logo. Only this, just give me some seconds. I'm just looking for, because this was asking us to buy. I don't want to buy. I want a free one. Okay, so what I'm going to do, let me reduce my search URL and see if I'm going to get. I just need the free session. specify, let's say, logo design. It's like they have already modified. Let me see. Let me go back to my slide and check whether I'm the right. So I'm actually looking for the free version. So let's see. Specify for free. So let me check this. Okay, so let me just follow it. If it did not work, then I have to continue. So you are actually, most time the client will have given you the logo. So I think I've tried it before, but I don't know if they have removed the free interface, because this one, if I click here now, they will ask me to pay. I don't actually need that. Okay, so somebody have question? Ask your question.
No, sir. I said 3 months is try. If you click on it, 3 months is free.
3 what?
3 months is free for 3 months. The this thing premium.
Is it here?
Yes, sir. Yes. 3 months.
Okay.
Okay, this. But your 1 month has already gone to remaining 1 month. If you pay your card, you won't collect money.
So, let me see. Okay, so let's get started. Let's see.
I think Canva can also create
Yeah,
logo.
no, actually, you can actually create logo. I'm just trying to, because the last time I checked it worked. So I'm going to leave it. You can actually sort out your logo. You can go to Google and download any logo, or the client you are building the website for can as well give you the logo. But this will have just make your logo design very simple. I've tried it, it worked. So let me just leave that for now, so you can sort out where to get your logo.
So I can continue. Let us see how we use Spotify to get logo.
I have to continue so that you
I
see.
you can.
So that we'll know how to use it.
Yes, sir.
Whether as you continue so that you know how to do what?
Use it so that we know how to use it.
How to use Spotify, get it.
This is an option, you understand? But what we are getting there now, they are premium. I don't want to waste time. This is what they are asking me to enter card detail. So you can
try not waste time.
Yeah, you can actually try it there. You can try it there on your own. It's not
okay. It will be easy for us to do it.
easy. It is easy. Just fill the form. And once you click there, if what I will do is that maybe I will check it before the next class and see if it's actually still free. And then so that
it's free, sir.
I will just do a recap for you.
Okay, only 3 months is free. Your own, you already used 1 month, remaining 2 months.
Okay. All right. So so we assume that we're going to get our logo from another source. So let's proceed. Let's see if there's any other thing I need to explain before. Okay, so the next thing, before we look at creating pages, let's look at the practical steps on how to set your site identity, which is the logo that we have been talking about since. So that will now take us back to our dashboard. Now, once you get to your dashboard here, you click on this icon, this house picture. So you right click on it to open in a new tab so that you don't lose this particular interface you are. So what we are learning now is that those three things we highlighted, the logo, the title, the tagline, we want to implement them now. Create this network. Okay, so for those of you that I gave an account yesterday, if you are not attending the class with your laptop, you can be doing the same thing. But if you feel you want to pay attention, just hold on. I think it's network, so it's loading. Now, once it loads like this, you go to customize. Still loading, so let me allow it to. So let me allow. So how many of us are joining with our laptop? So I want somebody to be doing what I'm doing. So once in a while, I will ask you to show me your screen.
I'm joining with my laptop.
Okay, so with the details I gave you yesterday, go to your dashboard and then follow the same step. Let's see, once you're open, you let us know. And I will just be telling you what to do. So if your network is better, then we can go ahead with that. Any other person can do the same if you are joining with your laptop. So it's loading the customize now. Let me know if your own are open to this environment. Okay, so now this is where you can actually set those three things we mentioned there. The title. So from here, you go to site identity. You go to site identity. So I want us to pay attention here. So once you click on site identity, so you can now see the title, the logo, and the tagline. So the three components we are talking about since, this is how you can access them. So I'm going to change here to the rename. Remember yesterday we omitted it. So let me just say the tagline is the site title. The site title. The site title. Let's go back to the result we generated with our ChatGPT the other time. Hope I have not closed it. Okay. So let me take one of these. But the title should be Learn, Create, Achieve. Tag that fits your. So I'll take this as my tagline. So the title will be the name of the company. So let's say L L and G Limited. L and G Limited. Then your tagline, I will paste one of those tagline we got from the generative AI. Then your logo. So if Adibi, we were able to download that logo, then we will just call the logo from here. So this one is site icon, which is called a favicon. You can see on the browser, you are seeing this Digital Z logo opening. So this is where you apply it. While here is the main logo. So let me click here, and that will redirect me to the media. So and show me some of the pictures we have there. So if the one I want is not here, then I will go to what? Upload file. So where I will have downloaded or store my logo. Let's pray that this network is a kind of poor today. Queen, can you share your screen? Let me see if your own has opened. So now let's assume that you are not able to load the media, the images that came with the template you downloaded. That is what you expect to see here. But if the logo is not here, if you have not once uploaded the logo, then you have to go to what? Open file. So this one will allow you to contact picture in your system. So you go to select file. So I will just pick one logo just to show us how it works. So let's say I am choosing this, and then I click open. Then it will load it. Now the media has opened. Then you wait for that logo to be visible. So it's actually loading in that logo. So wait until you can see that logo here before you click on insert. So this is how you can add logo to your team. So once I'm done with the logo, the tag, and the title, then I will allow those of you that join with laptop to be doing the same. So you can see that what we have been able to load the logo. Now this is the size of the logo. In case you want to edit it, you want to delete it, you set it. In case you want to write alternative text, let's say if the picture could not display, what will they see? So you can just write it, then the logo title, the capture, then the URL of the logo. If you want to add maybe the address to locate the page where this logo is, then you click on text. So once you select, it will attempt to crop the logo if it's bigger than the standard. And then if you want to crop, you continue, or you can say what? Skip the crop, or you just say what? Crop, and that we crop. Now, as I say crop, is displaying an error here that the image, so I will just say what? Skip what? Cropping. So you have successfully added what? The logo. Then you now go for the favicon, the small icon that will display just like the way you are seeing this particular icon here. So I will just click on this. And then because I have used that picture before, and I want to use that same logo. So let me just call it here. It seems as if it's faster from here. So let me call this one, the smaller one. So every image you have used, you have uploaded from your local system, will automatically be captured here. All these ones are the ones that came with the team that you inherited. So I will just click here, So the next time you open the website now, you will now be seeing this icon. So I can also skip this to avoid wasting time. So you can see how it's going to display. So this is the browser title now. This is how the icon is going to display. So once you are done with this, you click on, if you want to remove, you click here, you want to change, you click on updates. So once you update, for every changes, you must update. If you don't update, definitely it's not going to what? To be live. So this update means what? You are making it live. So if I go to the URL now, if I go to the front end of this website now, I should be seeing this icon is already reflecting. You can see it now. So just for us to confirm it, let's go to the dashboard and right click again.
Yes, sir. My own just entered.
Okay.
But you did not tell me that we are going to use your username is that email that we did not save it though. It was not part of that thing.
Which are the email?
You know, before you log in, you have your email and then the password. I have the password, but the email is I have to write it down somewhere and have to use it to log in. I'm already in now.
Oh, you don't need email to log in.
The root email and
Okay, now hold on. I want to stop sharing. Yeah, share your screen now. Let's see what you are.
how do you share screen? Because
You click on the share. If you go down, you will see
You-
as well. There is a blue button, within your Zoom app. After participants, you see chat. After chat, you see React. After React, you see share. So click on that share. Have you selected it?
okay, I'll click. Yes, I've selected.
So what do you have? I think it should be coming up now. What do you have there? After share, it will bring the interface you want to share. You now finally click on share. Have you clicked on the final one? Okay, it's coming now. Good.
Okay.
Okay, now we are on your screen now. Okay, so can you maximize so that we can see what? So I expect someone else to be doing the same because I'm going to hold on for us to practice what we have.
So this is
okay.
FinTech. I just logged in now.
So this is your dashboard. This
Yes.
is your dashboard. Okay, now have you checked what you have in your user? No, profile. Go to profile. You can actually use your phone to be doing all this. So you can use your phone if you are not with your
There's no profile here.
There's profile now. Go back
Profile, see profile.
I don't pass on.
over on the user again. Just click on the user again.
Okay.
Then select profile. Good. No, good. Okay, go ahead. Your network is very fast too. I wish I can borrow your network today. All right, so you remember what we did here? I told you that what all these are optional. So this is just like just want to observe what you have here. What came as default when you install the theme. That is the only thing you are doing here. So if the default happen to align with what you want, it's not compulsory you change things here. But remember, I have aspects you must change. Like here now, you have to supply all this name, go down under your contact information, where you have contact information. If the email have changed, if the company have another email they want the form content to be submitted to outside their database, then they will give it to you. If they don't have, then it will be submitting to the root email. So you leave it.
Okay.
Then you go down. If there's any other thing you want to add your picture, you click on that link, take it to that app, then you follow it. Set a new password. And then now if you make any changes, that is when you click on what? Update what?
Update profile.
If you did not change anything, there's no need. So now you have been able to access what came with your team installation. Now let's go to you can now set your title, your tagline, and the title, the tagline, and the logo. Now I said go to that icon, that house icon. Someone should be getting ready. Once she's done with her own now, I would like
This one, right?
Yeah, good. Now right-click on that visit site. Are you on the visit site? Are you sure you are there? Okay, let's see what you get there. Okay, good. Now, once you launch it like this, you will see customize here. After QueenTech, you will see customize. Good. You click on it. So this is how you can access your title, your logo, and the tagline. Now click on it.
Still loading.
Oh, your network is fast. Just hold on. Just hold on.
Does it take that much time?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, it's loading.
All right. Now you can see those items you have by your right-hand side, right?
Yeah.
The one we are still coming back here probably in the next class. Most of the things we are going to do, we're going to come back here. But right now, we are, when I was describing those titles, I said what? Site identity. Good. Click on site identity. Click on site identity. I can see it here. Click on that option. I don't know if you can hear me. If you can hear me, click on site identity.
This one.
I can hear you. Click on
Talk. On that.
Okay. Have you clicked on site identity? I can't see the results yet.
And I use that as
Link.
email.
I pasted it where?
I copied the second link, not the first one. I used the first one. It did not take me anywhere. So I copied the
If
second
you,
one.
if you check the
browser
message,
and
you'll see an username there.
Their username and password. What if you
Okay.
are username now? I don't know. I can't use the email.
Username is not the DKText
No, that's it. Yes, now, yeah, that's it.
Is your username when you put your username, then you put your password.
Which one is username? Username is not part of what was given. We are only giving.
Admin.
Is the
Now,
admin now? Admin.
Admin. Then
More
password
check and where username.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at that you used yesterday.
Okay, yeah, the username was admin. Yeah, remember.
Admin, yes.
Queen, how you take login? Because I did not for you know the enter. Bros,
Okay, let me see if I can log out. Let me see if I can log out. See, I try to see if I can log out. Where did they take log out here? Because even if I close the tab, it goes
If
still
you log
take
out,
me.
all your work will go.
You don't have to log out. You don't have to log out now.
I should close the tab then.